Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies video. So today, Treyarch have released the patch notes for the Season 5 update and there is a bunch of information to go over. I will leave a link to the full blog post down in this video's description if you want to go ahead and read it for yourself. I'm just going to be going over the key things within this video. And yeah, if you missed my video from yesterday, Season 5 has been delayed by 24 hours, so the update is going to be going live tonight instead, but Season 5 won't launch until a day after at 5 AM UK time, this Friday on the 13th of August. So I'm just going to be focusing on the zombie stuff today, and Treyarch said as we continue development on our next round-based zombies map in Black Ops Cold War, get ready for new content to enjoy in every pillar of the zombies experience in Season 5. So yeah, Treyarch have confirmed development of DLC 4. Right now we know very little about the next location of the next round-based zombies map, but we will be seeing new intel added to Onslaught and Outbreak with Season 5 that may tease DLC 4 and stuff to do with the director's identity, as well as Project Janus. But can I just say, they said the next round-based map, and I find it very interesting that Treyarch did not say the final round-based map, because in prior zombie seasons, they would always hype up the final map as the finale, the climax. They did it in Black Ops 3 and 4. They repeatedly said over and over again, this is the finale, but this time they've chosen to just say the next round-based map, and I do wonder whether this might be hinting that there might be more round-based maps coming to Cold War Zombies in the future. So DLC 4 is going to be releasing seemingly in Season 6, so we're definitely not going to be seeing any more round-based maps this year. Recently, there has been a lot of rumors of a Zombies Chronicles 2 potentially featuring the Victus maps, maybe even some remasters from Black Ops 3. But yeah, lots of people have been talking about Transit, Die Rise and Buried ever since they were apparently cancelled from Black Ops 4. And I've been saying repeatedly how it doesn't really make much sense to see a Zombies Chronicles 2 in Cold War maybe sometime in 2022 when Call of Duty Vanguard is out, because of the fact that DLC is now free. How on earth are they going to monetize this? Well, recently various different leakers have been saying that Activision are looking a way to try and monetize a Zombies Chronicles 2, and they've even been saying that maybe it could drop in Call of Duty Vanguard instead. But so far, I've been kind of leaning off the idea of seeing a Zombies Chronicles 2 in Cold War because of the fact that there was a 6-month gap in between Firebase Z and the next round-based map and Marauder Toten. And if we were to see more content in a Zombies Chronicles 2, you would think that it would have just all released this year in 2021 so that there wouldn't be any content drought when everyone was complaining about Outbreak and begging for more round-based maps. Alternatively, Treyarch might have chosen not to specify DLC 4 as the final round-based map because maybe they feel like they might get hate because of the fact that there are very little round-based maps in this game because they've focused on Outbreak instead, which is classified as DLC 2. So that would mean there would only be 4 round-based maps in this game. So maybe that's why they've chosen not to specify it as the final map. Alternatively, there has been rumors that Treyarch are going to be helping Sledgehammer with Call of Duty 2021 Zombies, Call of Duty Vanguard, and apparently it's going to have similar perks and mechanics to Cold War Zombies, so maybe Treyarch haven't specified it as the final map because the storyline's just going to continue directly in Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies instead, which is probably going to be a prequel to the Dark Ether storyline, probably to do with everything regarding Project Endstation and the secret Nazi bunkers in World War II. It might be a bit of a prequel. So yeah, like I said, I've been kind of leaning off the idea of seeing a Zombies Chronicles 2 in this game. I've made prior videos going over evidence for it, but in those videos I've said, you know, I'm kind of about 70% thinking that it's not going to come, but about 30% of me is holding on to hope. And as the season has continued, I've become ever less convinced that Zombies Chronicles 2 is going to come just because of the fact that we've had big content droughts, and if there are more maps planned, the Victus maps and potentially even more maps, surely they would have released this year so that there wouldn't be any content droughts. And I think that this statement by Treyarch is the first real piece of evidence that we might be seeing a Zombies Chronicles 2. But let me know in the comment section down below, do you think we will? Again, it doesn't really make much sense when we're going to be seeing Vanguard Zombies and Treyarch are apparently helping with that. It doesn't make sense for Treyarch to be releasing new Zombies maps in Vanguard and also Cold War, both in 2022. That's the discrepancy that I am seeing with this. Again, nothing is confirmed, there's no confirmation on a Zombies Chronicles 2, but this is the first real piece of evidence in my opinion. By the way, have you ever wished that you could sound whore at ease in games such as Warzone? Well, now you can thanks to the sponsor of this video, Immerse Gaming. They've kindly sent me a biodynamic MMX300 headset that I have tested out using their unique PC audio software, and it works amazingly. Upon installation of their software that you can check out via the link in this video's description, you will be prompted to scan a QR code on your phone. From here, you simply need to take a photo of your right ear, and Immerse will scan the photo to generate a spatial audio profile and cater the audio for the most optimal experience. After doing so, make sure you have the correct headset selected, then choose which gameplay mode preset you prefer. There's a close combat mode that allows you to experience the intensity of true close quarters combat, best suited for RPGs and racing games. Then there is the Immerse mode, optimized for precision and accuracy. It's best to use this preset when you want to hear your opponent's exact position and pinpoint their accuracy. So this is obviously best suited for shooter titles like Call of Duty, Apex Legends, PUBG, Fortnite, etc. Finally, there is the Awaken mode. Get intel on your surroundings. Use this preset to hear everything, near and far, with clarity. This is best suited for MMORPGs and MOBA titles. So obviously for Call of Duty, I've been personally trying out the Immerse mode. The best part of the program is the Sonar map that provides a transparent overlay on top of your screen that helps you spot and target enemies. Upon activation, you can move the sonar indicator anywhere you desire on screen, and by double clicking on and off the lock button, you can lock/unlock it in place. How this works is simple. It will indicate the direction on screen whenever it picks up on nearby sounds. So if you hear footsteps behind or beside you, or potentially gunfire or kill streaks in the distance, it will indicate their direction, and is much more effective than the compass. That means even if they are not showing up on the UAV, this can help you get the edge. I guess it's even useful for zombies, although not so much. Like you can see from the gameplay in the background, it can help indicate which barrier the zombies are spawning from, or if they are creeping up behind you. Kind of similar to the upcoming Death Perception perk releasing with Season 5 for Cold War Zombies. Right now I'm just going to play a short clip from Call of Duty so you can hear the exact same 360-degree audio that I have been hearing whilst playing the game. Make sure to listen with a headset so you can hear how Immerse affects the 360-degree audio.
That's a kill. Smoke, check. Smoked them. Wrecked them.
I really do think that this software is a must-have if you play first-person shooters on PC. And like I said earlier, you can check it out via the link in this video's description. There is a free trial so you can try it out right now. Alternatively, you can go with one of their payment plans. It's honestly really cheap, so this is an absolute steal. It's merely £3 a month, £12 for an annual subscription, and £30 for a 5-year subscription. Obviously, if you are located in other regions such as America, the price will be adjusted to your native currency, but yeah, it's not really much at all, and I hope that you do find this software useful like I have. Okay, so bringing it back to Cold War Zombies, like I said, Zombies is apparently returning in Vanguard, and Treyarch are helping out with that. And speaking of Vanguard, there's recently been a ton of leaks surrounding Vanguard, and I won't be covering them in this video, but I will be covering them in a future video, probably sometime over the weekend, since a load of screenshots have leaked from the supposed reveal trailer. First things first, let's go over the new Death Perception perk that is coming with Season 5 for Cold War Zombies. So this perk is incredibly useful and is about survivability, awareness, salvage drop rates, and increased armor damage. So recently the Death Perception tier upgrades leaked, and a lot of people within the community were complaining that it wasn't good enough. So it seems like Treyarch have taken the feedback on board from the leaks and have actually buffed Death Perception, so it is slightly better now than the initial leaked tier upgrades. So the base ability allows obscured enemies to be keylined through walls, so it's essentially just like a wall hack. You'll be able to see the zombies through walls. The tier 1 upgrade will allow the minimap update rate to be increased. The tier 2 upgrade allows enemies to give danger indicators when behind the player, so it actually does this on the old Black Ops Zombies mobile game. So whenever the zombies are behind you, it'll just have an indicator on screen so you don't get surprised from behind. It's not really that useful. The tier 3 upgrade allows you to gain 20% more looted salvage and high grade salvage. So the previous leaked tier only increased it by 10%, it's now 20%. So this is going to be very useful for grinding out salvage, getting your weapons upgraded to the highest rarity, especially on lower rounds. The tier 4 upgrade will increase armor penetration damage by 25%. Again, it's been buffed from the leaked one that said it would only increase by, I believe, 10 or 15%. Now it's 25%, so it's much better than the leaked tier. For the tier 5 upgrade, nearby chests, resources, and item drops are keylined through walls. So yeah, it's basically just like Vulture Aid. Again, it's not really that useful, but yeah, I think this perk is going to be really useful, especially the increased armor penetration. That's really going to help out with, for example, the Legion boss fight within the first Outbreak quest. That's really going to help out, and I do think that this perk is a good alternative to double tap that has probably been cancelled. And this perk will actually also allow you to tell if an item is a mimic or not, because mimics disguise themselves as nearby items or perk machines or even the mystery box. Now it's going to let you know what it is. And by the way, right now this perk is just going to be in the Wonder Fizz machine with Season 5. However, in DLC 4, there is then going to be a perk machine added for Death Perception. So we're going to get a perk jingle for it that we've never heard before. I'm excited for that. They did also confirm that in DLC 4, they will be debuting the 10th and final perk to Cold War Zombies. So it seems like in DLC 4, there's going to be 2 new perk machines, the Death Perception one and whatever the 10th perk is. But yeah, we really don't know what the 10th and final Cold War Zombies perk is going to be. Obviously, we have a Dark Ether jingle of PhD Flopper and a double tap in the files of the game. But now that double tap has seemingly been swapped out for Death Perception, it's really up in the air what the final perk is going to be. Maybe it will be PhD Flopper, or alternatively, PhD Flopper might have just been swapped out for another perk. Maybe we could see another returning perk from Black Ops 4. So yeah, they confirmed that it is the final perk, so if a Zombies Chronicles 2 or more round-based maps are planned in the future, it doesn't seem like there's going to be any more perks added down the line. With that being said, with the new tier system, Treyarch could just add more tier upgrades to already existing perks, as opposed to adding new perks if more maps are planned after DLC 4. That way they won't have to create new perks and machines, but they can still add in new abilities to the already existing perks. Again, it's not confirmed there's going to be a Zombies Chronicles 2. We do know that Victis were sent into the Dark Ether, but they are most likely either dead or they've just become corrupted and mutated into some sort of giant boss in the Dark Ether. But the Victis maps were sent into the Dark Ether, so we could see some sort of Dark Ether version of the Victis maps in some sort of DLC 5. Again, I'm not really convinced that it's going to come, but it does seem odd that Treyarch didn't specify DLC 4 as the final map. I do think we will eventually see the Victis maps, whether it's in Cold War, or whether it's in Vanguard, or whether it's in some sort of future game, maybe a free-to-play Zombies game that's been rumored. I think that Call of Duty Zombies is being really held back now by having a new game come out every year. What we need is a game that just gets consistently updated with literally every single Zombies map ever created on it, and it just gets better and better over time as it gets updated. The problem is, every time a new game releases, they just go back to ground zero. For example, if Outbreak is back in Vanguard Zombies, they're probably going to start from ground zero again, where it's only got a limited amount of regions, and then they start adding similar stuff to what they've added to Outbreak in Cold War over the DLC cycle and the seasons, and it just means that with every new release, they're just setting themselves further and further back. If there is Outbreak in Vanguard Zombies, and this is unrelated, but I do think it'll probably be played on the new Pacific Theater Warzone map, considering the fact that it's apparently going to be used in the same engine as Modern Warfare and Warzone. Next up, Treyarch have said that there are going to be a couple of hidden surprises with a winky face coming to Mauer Toten. So it seems like Mauer Toten is going to be getting new side Easter eggs with Season 5, and I'm really excited for that. Of course, I will be having guides on all of them. A big gripe that a lot of people have had with Cold War Zombies, because they've made the Easter eggs and the gameplay a lot more seamless, is there's not really much to do on the maps, and there's barely any side quests and Easter eggs. Mauer Toten had literally barely any, so this is much needed. We need more side quests, and I'm glad that Mauer Toten is going to be seeing more. I do wonder whether one of them may involve Order, since he is within the calling card for the map. Maybe there could be an Easter egg revolving Kino de Toten, since it's set just down the street by the Berlin TV tower, and I do wonder what the other side quests may be. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think they will be, and make sure to get hunting when Season 5 drops. The next thing that's getting added to Zombies in Season 5 is the new Tesla Storm field upgrade. So we saw this within the little teaser trailer. Its base ability, for 10 seconds, lightning connects to other players, stunning and damaging normal zombies. For the tier 1 upgrade, it doubles the damage dealt to enemies stunned by Tesla Storm. For the tier 2 upgrade, it increases the duration to 15 seconds. For the tier 3 upgrade, special enemies can be stunned and damaged by Tesla Storm. For the tier 4 upgrade, players generating a field gain 25% increased movement speed. For the tier 5 upgrade, elite enemies can be stunned and damaged by Tesla Storm. So I think this is going to be pretty useful to get out of sticky situations, as they've said, and definitely help out with those elite enemies as well. And the 25% movement boost is going to help a little bit as well. There is also going to be the flamethrower score streak added as a support weapon that you can buy with salvage from the supports crafting table on round-based maps and Outbreak. I'm excited to try this out. It does look like it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's getting added as a score streak to multiplayer as well. We do know that we will be seeing the new collateral region. There's going to be a new transport objective, which I've talked about in prior videos, but you essentially just have to escort using a vehicle. The tank is also coming to Outbreak, which is going to be a lot of fun fighting order, and the grappling gun is coming as a craftable item with salvage as well. That's going to be a lot of fun, and it'll make it easier to traverse around the map. And they are adding the disciple enemy boss from Mauer Toten over to Outbreak. But yeah, this grappling hook is going to be so useful. I can't wait to use it. It's going to make it a lot easier to get around the map when there's a vehicle not nearby, and it'll also be awesome to take out order and grapple on him. And they've changed the way that Outbreak works now, which is really interesting. So for casual players who want to drop in for a few rounds and exfil with their friends, they've introduced 2 playlists for Outbreak. So now we have the Endless playlist, which is just the standard Outbreak that we've been playing since launch, where you can keep on warping over and over again. There is then a 3-region playlist that just teleports you to 3 different regions, and the warp option is only available for the first 2 regions, and then you will be forced to exfil from the beacon on the 3rd region to drop out and get your bonus Ethereum crystals at your pleasure. I don't really see why they've added this playlist, because you can choose to exfil in round 3 normally in Outbreak. I don't really see much use for this. But yeah, Treyarch have stated that the Season 5 intel is going to be building up the events to lead to the next round-based map, DLC 4. I'm really excited to see what exactly goes on. I do wonder whether there's going to be a surprise Outbreak 3rd quest potentially coming, maybe in Season 5 Reloaded. We're just going to have to wait and see, especially because these combined arms maps like Collateral and Armada are coming. Maybe there's going to be something we have to do on these combined arms maps leading up to DLC 4. There is going to be a new Ikeri Exit bonus map coming to Dead Ups Arcade 3 in Season 5 too. The Echelon map is coming over to Onslaught, and there's a new limited time Onslaught mode called Diminishing Light that allow you to get a new blueprint challenge to take on. That will come later on in the season, closer to Season 5 Reloaded. Furthermore, this is just a bit of a quality of life improvement, but Kevin Drew tweeted out, for those of you who don't want the Pack-a-Punch camo to be applied over their blueprint weapon, or prefer a specific Pack-a-Punch tier camo, if you punch or melee the Pack-a-Punch, it won't apply a new camo to it when you use it. So yeah, this is just a little quality of life improvement so you can keep your prior camo or blueprint on your weapon. And by the way, they've just made a Tombstone a lot better, so players now take 25% less damage in shadow form, and also the cost has been removed from the Tombstone stash, so you'll be able to reclaim your items after dying, and this is going to make it a lot better. A lot of people were kind of against Tombstone, and some people would just choose to not use it at all. It's going to make it a lot easier to revive yourself when in shadow form, having that 25% less damage, and being able to keep your items without having to pay from the stash is going to be really useful as well. Okay, so this is huge news, and this is unrelated to Cold War Zombies, but regarding Warzone, apparently an anti-cheat system has been in the works for over a year now and will be integrated into both Vanguard and also Warzone when the integration happens in November or whatever. There has been some rumors that this is going to drop when Season 5 releases, but apparently that isn't the case. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer, and contrary to popular belief, Warzone does already have an anti-cheat system. It's just not very good, so they've been working on a much more elaborate system, and Raven Software did recently ban some people, and they were teasing that they have been working on a new system. So I'm sure we're going to get some details on what that system is very soon, but we probably won't find out exactly about it, but it won't be implemented until a little while from now, not with Season 5. And this is big news because a lot of people have been leaving Warzone recently for other games such as Apex Legends due to a lot of hackers, even though Apex has a lot of hackers too. But with an anti-cheat system in place, Warzone is going to remain king, and nothing is going to topple it anytime soon, because that is the biggest gripe that people have with Warzone. But if this system is under wraps, there's no real reason to be annoyed at the game anymore. Yes, it's not perfect, yes there are other issues, but there is going to be a big overhaul coming with Vanguard, with a new Pacific Theater Warzone map, and I think with us finally seeing a change from the standard Verdansk. It's going to mix up the gameplay and the formula to make things a lot replayable, especially because it's rumored that destructible doors are coming and also semi-destructible environments. You'll be able to shoot holes in walls and destroy small buildings, not on as large of a scale as Battlefield, but more akin to Rainbow Six Siege. And these semi-destructible environments might be in Vanguard as well, maybe in Ground War and the campaign. The last thing I want to mention is that for the dirt bike, in both Outbreak and multiplayer, in the combined arms and multi-team modes, you will now be able to do wheelies with it. Yes, that is right, that's going to be so awesome and cool. But yeah, if you want to learn everything else coming in the Season 5 update and the specific patch notes and changes and nerfs and buffs, check out the blog post in this video's description. I've gone over everything I can in this video before it just gets too long. I will be covering the Vanguard leaks soon, but obviously I need to cover Cold War Season 5 first. And just a quick reminder, if you want to check out Immerse, there will be a link down in this video's description. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.